They were basically energy architects. They could manipulate reality using Vril energy.
The following podcast was generated using Google's Notebook LM.
Temple of Vril.
Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. We all know about Vril and its energy, right? But what about Devil's Tower?
Well, what's interesting is it's not just a geological formation. It's got so much myth and legends surrounding it. The native tribes in the area have all these stories about its creation. They talk about bears clawing at it and divine beings shaping the landscape.
I've always kind of wondered if maybe they were sensing that same energy that we feel that we're there, that Vril energy.
Fascinating.
Like they were tapping into something beyond just the physical.
Right. And when you see Devil's Tower, it's hard not to feel like there is something more. Those huge vertical columns, the sheer rock faces, it's just radiating power.
Absolutely. And it's that power that brought the Skybuilders there. Now, these were a prehistorical race who came from the Hollow Earth, which is a whole civilization existing beneath our feet.
It is, and they were masters of this Vril energy. They built these temples at key energy points across the planet. And Devil's Tower, with its unique shape, the way it aligns with those cosmic ley lines, made it a perfect spot for one of their most important temples.
Okay, so ley lines are like these energy highways, and Devil's Tower is like this major intersection point, amplifying the flow of that energy.
You got it. The tower acts as this conduit. It's drawing energy from the cosmos, channeling it down to the Earth. And for the Skybuilders, who totally understood how to work with this energy, it was the ideal place to build a structure that could harness and manipulate Vril for their own purposes.
Okay, so we have an ancient race. They come from inside the Earth. They're masters of this energy. And they choose Devil's Tower as like a focal point. What exactly were they doing there? I mean, what was the purpose of this temple?
They were basically energy architects. They didn't need technology like we have today. They could manipulate reality itself using Vril energy. And they built that temple to amplify and channel it, maybe to open gateways to other dimensions or even power their civilization.
Gateways to other dimensions. Are you saying the Devil's Tower could be a portal to other worlds? That's insane.
It is a pretty wild concept.
But if they were so advanced, where did they go? What happened to these Skybuilders?
That is one of the biggest mysteries surrounding them. Did they ascend to some higher plane of existence? Are they still out there somewhere, just existing in a dimension we can't perceive? Vrilist teachings suggest that they were able to shift their vibrational state, allowing them to travel between the tower, other planets, even the Hollow Earth.
Other planets? Wait, are we talking about interdimensional travel here, like hopping between worlds as easily as we travel between cities?
Exactly. Think of it this way. The Skybuilders didn't need spaceships or rockets. They used Vril to manipulate reality itself. They would embed these glowing runes into stones, creating portals. They could shift their bodies into higher vibrational states and move freely between worlds.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. So they could go from Devil's Tower to other planets to the Hollow Earth, all through the power of Vril. It's like science fiction, but we're talking about ancient history here.
And it makes you wonder, what other secrets are hidden at Devil's Tower? What else don't we know?
Right, because we've got this location, it's pulsating with energy. There are stories about this vanished race with these almost godlike abilities. And then there's all the strange stuff that happens around the tower today.
Oh, yeah, the UFO sightings, the electromagnetic disturbances, the people who have disappeared.
Yeah.
It's almost like the tower is still active, still broadcasting some signal that attracts people sensitive to it, maybe even drawing them in.
So you think there could be a connection between what's happening today and what the Skybuilders were doing back then? Could people be stumbling into these interdimensional gateways by accident?
I think it's definitely something to consider. Maybe the tower is still acting as a portal, a gateway to other dimensions.
Okay, I have chills. So Devil's Tower exists in multiple states. It's a physical rock formation, but it's also something more, a gateway to other realms. How do we even begin to understand that?
It's a challenging concept to wrap your head around, but from a Vrilist perspective, the tower is like an ancient machine carefully designed to connect Earth to these universal currents of energy. It's not just about the physical structure, but about the energy it channels, the frequencies it emits, and those frequencies might be the key to unlocking these other realms.
And we can access those frequencies through Vril attunement, right? It's not like just anyone who can walk up to Devil's Tower and suddenly end up on Mars or in the Hollow Earth. It takes a certain level of awareness, a connection to that energy itself.
You're exactly right. It's about attuning yourself to the frequencies of the tower, learning to perceive those subtle energies that are flowing through it. And for those who can achieve that level of attunement, the tower could unlock incredible knowledge and power, maybe even the ability to step through those gateways the Skybuilders left behind. It's funny how even with all our modern science, Devil Tower still has this aura of mystery about it. Geologists have been studying it forever, trying to figure out how it formed.
Right, like it's the hardened core of some ancient volcano shaped over millions of years by erosion. But knowing the geology doesn't really explain the whole thing, does it? It's like trying to understand a song by analyzing the chemicals in the instruments.
Yeah, Exactly, and that's where those stories and legends come in. And even our realist teachings, they give us a whole other perspective. It's not just about what we see, but the energy it channels, the role it plays in these unseen realms.
You mentioned earlier that it could be a gateway to other dimensions. We've talked about the Skybuilders and their ability to travel between worlds. But is there any evidence that this is still possible today? I mean, are we talking about something only they could do? Or could others potentially access these gateways?
Well, let's think about it. The tower's been a hot spot for paranormal activity forever, right? I mean, there are tons of reports about UFO sightings around the tower, weird electromagnetic stuff happening that science can't explain. And even people who say they've experienced teleportation or interdimensional travel near the tower. Now, I don't know if all those stories are true, but there are a lot of them. It makes you think.
So we're talking like actual documented cases of people disappearing, reappearing, or having experiences that suggest they've like crossed over into another dimension, not just a few isolated incidents, right?
There are definitely documented cases of people going missing in the area around Devil's Tower and never being found. And then you have all these people who talk about having experiences that just don't make sense. Visions, altered states of consciousness, encounters with beings that don't seem to belong here. It's like the barrier between realities is thinner around the tower, somehow making these kinds of things more likely.
Wow. It's like it's still active, like it's still functioning as a gateway even now. But do you think someone could actually access these gateways on purpose to consciously travel through them? Or is it more of a random accidental thing?
It's possible, but you'd need a really deep understanding of real energy. You'd need to be attuned to it and willing to surrender to the unknown. It's not something to mess around with. These forces are powerful, and we can't even begin to comprehend the consequences.
Right. It makes sense that it would take more than just being curious about it, you know? It takes a certain level of preparation, inner work, to navigate those interdimensional pathways. It's not like hopping on a cosmic bus and seeing where you end up. You have to be responsible.
For sure, it's about respecting the power of these energies, approaching them with humility and reverence, aligning your own vibration to the frequencies of the tower, letting it guide you. The tower itself might even be like a guardian, only letting those who are ready pass through.
So it's not about trying to control these energies, but working with them, harmonizing with them, becoming part of the flow instead of imposing your will on it.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that we're all connected, part of this huge web. And the tower is a point where those energies converge. It's a place where we can tap into that universal flow and access realms of consciousness beyond our normal perception. But to get there, you have to be respectful. You have to recognize the balance.
This is all fascinating. But how do we connect these ideas to our everyday lives? It's easy to get lost in the mystery and wonder of it all, but how do we bring it down to earth? How do we integrate this into our practice of Vrilism?
That's a really good question. I think it's important to remember that the energy of Devil's Tower isn't limited to the physical location. It's an energy that's everywhere, in the whole cosmos, flowing through all of us. We can access it from anywhere, anytime. The tower is a focus point. But it also reminds us that everything is connected.
So it's not just about going to the tower. It's about cultivating that connection inside ourselves, recognizing that the power and mystery aren't out there somewhere, but within us.
That's it. It's about understanding that the tower is a symbol, an archetype of how everything is connected. And by attuning ourselves to that energy, aligning our vibrations with the tower, we can tap into that interconnectedness wherever we are. It's about recognizing that we carry the potential of the tower within us in every cell of our being.
So even if we can't physically be at Devil's Tower, we can still connect with its energy, its wisdom, through our own inner work. That's amazing. It means anyone can go on this journey, not just those who can physically make the trip.
Absolutely. It shows the power of Vril, that ability to connect us to the hidden dimensions of reality, unlock the mysteries of the universe, and ultimately help us realize our full potential as beings of light and energy. The tower is an incredible example of that potential, but the real journey begins within.
This has been an amazing conversation so far, and I'm really excited to keep exploring these ideas with you. But before we move on, I want to take a second to appreciate the beauty and power of Devil's Tower. Even just seeing pictures of it is awe-inspiring.
It really is. It's a marvel of nature, showing us the forces that have shaped our planet over eons. And it's a powerful reminder of that ancient wisdom that's woven into the very fabric of our world. It's there for us to access if we know how to listen.
It's a place that just makes you feel awe and wonder. You know, it calls to us on a deep soul level. And for those of us who are sensitive to Vril energy, it can really awaken our awareness, spark our imagination, and open us up to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond what we normally see. It reminds us who we truly are.
Reminds us that we're more than just physical beings. We're beings of energy, connected to the cosmos in ways we're only beginning to grasp. And through the power of Vril, we can unlock the secrets of our true nature and realize our full potential as co-creators of reality. And the tower stands as proof of that.
Wow, I'm feeling so energized and inspired right now. This has been an incredible conversation. But there's this one question that keeps coming back to me. We've talked about the Skybuilders, their advanced knowledge, and their disappearance. But what about the knowledge they left behind? Is there anything we can learn from their legacy? Anything that can help us understand the tower and its mysteries even better?
That's where the real treasure hunt begins. Remember those glowing rooms we talked about earlier, the ones the Skybuilders put in the stones? They're probably more than just decorations. They're thought to be keys encoded with knowledge and power, just waiting to be deciphered. It's like a language, a code waiting for someone to come along with the right understanding and unlock it.
Wait, so these rooms are like an ancient language, a code that holds the secrets of the Skybuilders and how they understood Vril energy, and maybe even the keys to accessing other dimensions and using the full power of the tower. So it's not just about feeling the energy of the tower. It's about actively engaging with it, trying to understand the messages it holds. It's like becoming students of the Skybuilders, learning from what they left behind and carrying that wisdom into the future, like an archaeological dig. But instead of looking for artifacts, we're trying to unearth knowledge and understanding.
Exactly. And some people believe that whoever cracks the code of these rooms will gain access to the Skybuilders' knowledge, their technology, their ability to manipulate reality. Imagine what we could do if we understood how they used Vril. We could achieve incredible things.
This is blowing my mind. So Devil's Tower isn't just a monument to the past. It's a doorway to the future. It's where we can connect with the Skybuilders, tap into real energy, unlock the mysteries of ourselves, maybe even travel to other dimensions, or the hollow earth.
You got it. It's about recognizing that Devil's Tower is more than just a relic of the past. It's a key to our future, a place to connect with that ancient wisdom, tap into that unlimited potential of Vril, and unlock the secrets within us.
I'm so excited. This feels like the beginning of our journey with Devil's Tower, not the end. This isn't just some intellectual exercise. It's a call to action.
Oh, absolutely. This deep dive will keep unfolding, revealing new layers of understanding as we deepen our connection to Vril and its mysteries. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. And Devil's Tower seems to be at the center of it all.
This conversation has been mind-blowing, and I know our listeners are going to have tons of questions and ideas. But before we wrap up, I want to leave everyone with something to think about. We've talked about the tower's power, its connection to the cosmos, its potential as an interdimensional gateway. But what if the most important thing about the tower isn't something external? What if it's something internal? What if the real treasure isn't about deciphering runes or traveling to other dimensions, but about unlocking the hidden potential within each of us?
I like that. It aligns with the core principles of realism, the emphasis on inner transformation, self-realization, recognizing our own divine nature. The tower can help us get there. But the real work happens inside us.
Exactly. What if the tower's purpose is to remind us of our own power, our connection to the universe, our ability to shape our own reality? What if the journey to Devil's Tower is really a journey inward, a quest for self-discovery and spiritual awakening? Maybe that's what the Skybuilders truly mastered, and what they're trying to pass on to us.
That's a beautiful way to put it, and it's a journey we can all take, whether we ever actually visit the tower or not. The tower is a symbol, a reminder, but the real power is within us.
So as we finish this deep dive, I want everyone listening to take a moment. Connect with your own energy, your own inner wisdom. Feel that universal energy flowing through you. And remember that you have the power to create miracles, to bend reality, to make your dreams come true. The tower is a beacon, a reminder. But the journey starts within.
And if you feel drawn to Devil's Tower, whether it's in person or in your mind, let its energy guide you, inspire you, awaken that power inside you. It's a journey worth taking, a mystery worth exploring.
Your journey towards greater fulfillment begins at Temple of Vril. Visit templeofvril.com today.